Hi, welcome to today's class. Today we'll go over adjective modifiers first. Let's read the examples. The children were quite tired. The woodcutter was terribly sad. They lived very happily together. Use words like quite, very, and terribly to make adjectives and adverbs stronger or weaker. The modifiers a bit and really are mostly used in spoken language. Let's look at the following examples. We can separate these modifiers into two groups. On the left side, we have the moderate. We have a bit, fairly, quite, rather. On the right side, we have the extreme ones. Terribly, very, really, extremely. Let's read the examples. This boy is a bit angry. On the contrary, this woman is extremely angry. Look at the difference right here. We can see this boy fakes expression is in no way compared as angry as this woman. We can see that this woman lost her temper. Now, in regards to this, we can use this interchangeably. There's not a big difference in between a bit, fairly, quite, and rather, as well as terribly between very, really, and extremely. There's no difference. So you can use this interchangeably. Let's continue. Now let's go over would and used to. Now we use would or used to talk about past habits. Let's read the examples. When I was a child, my grandma would read to me every night. When I was a child, my grandma used to read to me every night. There's no difference here in between these two examples. They can be used just equally fine. However, let's look at the following example. When we talk about past states, this means stative verbs. We say, I used to like tomato soup, but now I hate it. Remember, the verb like is a stative verb. To say I would like tomato soup, but now I hate it is grammatically incorrect and unlikely. Remember this. Used to, active and stative verbs. Would, active verbs only. Let's continue. When we do this in the negative form, I never used to be very good at languages. I didn't used to be very good at languages. I used not to be very good at languages. This is quite formal. Now, when we are in the negative forms, it's more likely that people use used to and not would. Okay? So do not use would in the negative in this case when you're talking about past habits. It's better if you use used to in the negative. Let's continue here. Just before we continue, look at here the negative when it uses the auxiliary didn't. There's no letter D. Just one specific detail that you need not to forget. In the question form, did you used to live abroad? Again, here as in the negative form, when we use auxiliaries, we do not add letter D to used to. And we use used to for question forms. We don't use would. Would is not used in the question form here. Thank you.